Relationships in today's world are a constant challenge, and also it's a challenge to keep ourselves emotionally high and strong. Yes, I'm talking about emotional resilience, which actually can set you apart in the corporate, in the business world, and also make you feel happy if you are able to navigate your emotions successfully. Because emotions do get involved even if we are in the workspace or we are working on a career. Because after all, we are humans. And how to manage, control, and assess our emotions is an art that we all need to learn so that we can be empowered in our life and our career journey. And this video is exactly going to be about that, where we are going to talk about emotional resilience. My name is Akshay Jalan, and I've been working as a senior project manager at IIT Bombay since a decade, helping students to explore, discover, and grow in the career journey. In my experience of interacting with so many of students and my certification in career guidance, I've come to observe that the career selection in India is 40, and this system needs complete revamp, as well as the students and the parents need to be empowered, nourished, and given the knowledge by which they can not only choose the right career but also develop the right mindset and the skill set that is required to be successful in the professional world in the 21st century. If you want to understand more about this secrets of how to crack the career code, I invite you to go to my website jakshay.com and join me in my next webinar where I'm going to explain to you these secrets and help you crack the career code. So what are you waiting for? Go to jakshay.com and register for my webinar and I'll see you there live. How to build emotional resilience. So those with a higher degree of emotional resilience can handle the stresses that come with daily life more effectively and calmly. And they're also able to manage crisis more easily. But what exactly is emotional resilience? So emotional resilience is one's ability to adapt to the different stressful situation or crisis that comes in one life. Now we all know that career will not be a linear path, or life is also not a bed of roses always. There will be challenges, and we need to be prepared to take up these challenges. So the more resilient people are able to roll with the punches and adapt to adversity without lasting difficulties, less resilient people have a harder time with stress and life changes. It could be major or minor. So don't worry. We're not judging you over our emotions, but we will definitely help you build resilience. In fact, it's a trait that is worth developing for many reasons, and it can transform your life and your career, and you also experience of stress. So resilience is not a quality that you either do or do not possess, because there are varying degrees of how well a person can handle stress. Still, there are specific characteristics that resilient people tend to share, and here are some of the main characteristics. First is emotional awareness. So, people with emotional awareness understand what they are feeling and why. They also understand the feelings of others better because they are more in touch with their own inner life. This type of emotional understanding allows people to respond appropriately to others and to better regulate and cope with difficult emotions such as anger or fear. Next is perseverance. Whether they are working towards outerwards goals or inner coping strategies, they are action oriented and they trust in the process and they don't give up easily. So resilient people, they don't feel helpless or hopeless when they are facing a challenge. They are more likely to keep working towards a goal when they are actually faced with an obstacle. Then comes optimism. So resilient people also see the positives in most situations and believe in their strength. This can shift how they handle problems with the victim mentality to an empowered one, and more choices actually open up. Then comes support. Social support plays a critical role in fostering resilience in addition to improving overall mental well being. While resilient people tend to be strong individuals, they know the value of social support and can surround themselves with supportive friends and family. Next is sense of humor. People who are strong in emotional resilience can actually, laugh at life's difficulties. Yes, it's possible. This can be a tremendous asset actually, as it shifts one perspective from seeing things as a threat to seeing them as a challenge. And this alters how the body reacts to stress. This also gets a good laugh more often, and this brings benefit as well. Then is perspective. Resilient people can learn from their mistakes rather than deny them. They see obstacles as challenges and now allow adversity to make them stronger. They can also find meaning in life's challenges rather than seeing themselves as victims. Then comes spirituality. So being connected to the spiritual side has been linked with stronger emotional resilience, especially if you're internally connected and not just going through the motions of attending services. This doesn't mean that people who are in spiritual can't be resilient, only that this connection with the higher power can actually help you see through things and have faith that there is someone taking care of me. Now that you have learned about the different traits of emotional resilience, which trait do you think you possess? Let me know by writing in the comment section. So, were you able to understand which of these emotions, which we talked about in the previous slides, like are you feeling emotion, optimism, perseverance, support, sense of humor, which is the one that is your strength? You can identify in yourself. What are the traits of emotional resilience that you have? That's very important to identify. As well as we need to understand that there are two kinds of emotions. There is secondary emotions and there are primary emotions. Secondary emotions could be frustration, anger, and like shouting, screaming, behaving in that way. And primary emotions are basically helping us to understand more about what we are inner feeling. Like it could be we are feeling shocked, you're feeling surprised, you're feeling hurt. So all these are primary feelings. And in different situations which happen in our work, in our school, in our college, in our family, if we try to express our primary feelings instead of reacting with secondary negative feelings, secondary feelings are more reactive in nature, and primary feelings are where we try to respond or try to express ourselves to the other person. And before we express our primary feelings, like I shared some examples with you, where if someone has said something that has hurt you, share with the person that actually is feeling hurt. Of course, before you share that, it's also important to understand the other person's primary feelings. So when we understand the primary feelings, we go deep into it and not just look at the surface, right? So because if you are boiling a pot of rice, there is a lot of foam that is coming on the top, and it may actually look like milk. But if you remove the foam, you'll be able to see that there is rice below that, right? So similarly, when we see the burst out in terms of secondary emotions like shouting, screaming, anger, frustration, those may give us a different perspective or different picture of ourselves to the other person, of the other person to ourselves. But if we go deep down and try to understand the person's primary feelings, then that may be able to understand, we may be able to connect to the logic of why the person is behaving in that particular way, and we can also express our emotions in a better way to the other person, right? So these are some of the things that can help you build more emotional resilience. And thank you very much for watching this video. Please share your learning in the comment box. If you found this video valuable and you would like to share this with your friends, family and colleagues, please go ahead and do so. Press the like button and subscribe to this channel so that the next video that can help you empower your career journey comes straight to you. Thank you and all the best.